When people talk about life-changing habits, they often imagine dramatic transformations. Waking up 5 a.m., training for marathons, quitting everything and starting over. Those stories are inspiring, but they are also misleading. Most real change doesn't happen loudly. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't arrive all at once. In my experience, the habits that truly changed my life were small, almost boring. They don't look impressive from the outside, and they didn't make good highlights reels. But over time, they reshaped my days, my energy, my relationships, and my sense of goal. Today, I want to share 6 small habits that quietly changed my life. None of them require extreme discipline. None of them depend on motivation. And all of them are simple enough to start today. The first habit is also one of the most underestimated. Waking up at the same time every morning. This includes weekends. This includes days when I don't have to leave the house early. This includes days when my schedule is lighter. At first, this felt unnecessary. Why wake up early if you don't need to? But over time, this habit became one of the strongest foundations of my life. Why consistent wake-up time matters? Your body thrives on a rhythm. When you wake up the same time every day, your internal clock stabilizes. It improves sleep quality without any complicated routines. I noticed feeling asleep faster, waking up with less grogginess, more predictable energy levels. Sleep became something I could rely on, not something I consistently tried to fix. Waking up at a consistent time gave me something unexpected, unrushed mornings. Even on the days when I go out later, I still wake up early enough to read quietly, think, start the day intentionally. Instead of reacting to the day, I ease into it. That changes everything. This habit didn't give me more hours. It gave me better ones. Second habit is reading. Specifically, aiming for 1 book a week on average. This doesn't mean forcing myself to finish a book every 7 days. Some books take less time, some take longer. What matters is the long-term average. Over a year, that habit results in roughly 50 books. I don't set goals like read every day for 30 minutes. Instead, I focus on volume over time. This removes pressure. Some weeks I read a lot, some weeks very little, but over time it balances out. The key is consistency over perfection. Reading regularly does something subtle but powerful. It slows your thinking. Instead of short bursts of information, you engage with ideas deeply. You sit with complexity. You learn to follow long arguments and nuanced perspectives. Over time, I noticed better concentration, more thoughtful opinions, less reactivity. Eating doesn't just give you information, it trains your mind to be patient. Third habit is simple but transformative. Learning something new every day. This doesn't mean formal study. It doesn't mean courses or certifications. Often it's something very small. A new word, a historical fact, a different way of doing something familiar. Some days are ordinary, repetitive, predictable. This habit turns every mundane day into opportunities. When you actively look for something new to learn, the day becomes more interesting. Curiosity keeps your mind engaged. You stop moving through life on autopilot. Over time, this habit changed how I approach the world. I become more observant, more open, and more patient. Learning something new every day reinforces the idea that growth doesn't require dramatic changes. It requires attention. The fourth habit is deeply personal and deeply grounding. Always eating dinner with your significant other, even on busy days, even when evenings are full. We sit down together for at least 30 minutes. No multitasking, no rushing. Time is easy to lose. Relationships don't usually end because one big issue. They fade because of neglect. This habit creates a daily anchor. No matter how busy the day was, we reconnect, we talk, we slow down. 30 minutes doesn't seem like much, but over the year, that's more than 180 hours of focused connection. This habit strengthens trust, communication, and emotional stability. It also reinforces a border principle. What you prioritize daily becomes what you value most. The fifth habit is one of the most impactful for mental clarity. No phone after 9 p.m. I can still read, I can think, I can relax, but I don't scroll mindlessly. Screens overstimulate the brain. They delay sleep and fragment attention. By removing my phone for the evening, I noticed better sleep quality, easier mornings, more mental calm. The day ends gently instead of abruptly. This habit reframed evenings as a transition into rest, not an extension of productivity or consumption. It created space for reading, reflection, quiet. That space matters more than we realize. The final habit is extremely practical and extremely powerful. Having a dedicated space for everyday items. Keys go on the hook by the door. They go there when I come in, they leave when I go out. No exceptions. Searching for everyday items is constant, low-level stressor. By eliminating decision making, this habit removes friction from daily life. I never search for my keys. I never rush because I misplaced something. This habit saves time, but more importantly, it saves mental energy. It is not about perfection. It's about reducing unnecessary stress. When your environment supports you, your mind is more capability for meaningful things. Each of those habits is small on its own, but together they form a system. Consistent wake-up times supports better sleep. Better sleep supports reading and learning. Learning keeps the mind engaged. Shared dinners support emotional health. Phone boundaries protect rest. Environmental order reduces stress. This is how real change happens. Quietly, cumulatively, and sustainably. Loud habits depend on motivation. Quiet habits depend on structure. They don't require constant effort. They fit naturally into daily life. And because they don't demand attention, they last. You don't need to adapt all 6 at once. Choose the one that feels easiest, or the one that removes the most friction. Consistency matters more than ambition. Success is often portrayed as intensity, speed, and visibility, but a calmer definition exists. A life where mornings are unrushed, evenings are peaceful, relationships are nurtured, stress is reduced, growth is steady. Those 6 small habits quietly moved me in that direction. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. You just need to change how you move through your day. And that's where everything begins. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, consider leaving a thumbs up or subscribing to my channel for more similar context. See you in the next one.